Hi guys, and welcome to another breakdown. In this breakdown we will take a closer look at this ICBM. So we went from the 60mm mortar to this huge missile, and it's a nuclear one. So yeah, let's take a closer look and see what it can do in this project, and hopefully you can find it useful in your projects too. So yeah, we have this button with a nuclear sign. We have a nuclear silo there. Let's push it. We have a nuclear silo sequence.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, missile launch.
Let's launch.
Stage 1
We have a
completed.
first stage,
Stage 2 completed.
second stage, our silo just
Stage 3
closed.
completed.
Third stage,
Stage 4 completed.
fourth stage.
Re-entry in progress. Nuclear missile detected.
And when you hear that sound, basically it's a game over. And pretty much, if this was the game, we would be dead. Let's jump out and see the crater explosion a little closer. I don't know if you can see the scale of the explosion and crater, but this is a huge crater. We'll take a closer look at the explosion, crater, and everything else later. So yeah, this will from the start until explosion and finish take a couple of minutes. So now we have some debris spawning from the explosion, and eventually the crater will cool down, and this crater is
Now I am become death.
persistent
the
in the
destroyer
level.
of worlds.
It will be stay there forever on, but these decals will fade eventually, and of course the particle effects will fade away too. So how to set up this button, this explosion crater? So yeah, let's take it from the beginning. Drag out the silo. We have the silo and position it just like that. Maybe like that, like that. Maybe copy this decal. Put it like C3. We need to make a hole for our missile. So maybe like that. Sculpt, visibility. So yeah, because we have actual missile there, we need a hole. Maybe like that. So yeah, we have a nice hole in the ground, like that. And we need another blueprint, and this is the button. Let's drag it maybe here. Like that. Maybe like that. So select the button. We have a silo category there, and we have this plus sign. Add element, choose a picker, and choose our silo. Now our silo and the button are connected. So basically this button is controlling the silo sequence. So we need a target. Let's go to the demo blueprints and let's drag this tank here. So select our silo, nuke target, our tank, and basically that is it. If we now play the game and push this button, that silo will be opened.
5, 4,
and
3, 2, 1. Missile launch.
everything will play the same as the first time, except one major difference. There will be no crater there, and the crater is created in the level blueprint, because if you take a closer look at this land here, it's tailored for this crater, and the crater itself is the blueprint. So as you can see, it's a huge crater. So basically, when the nuke impacts, the crater is spawned, and we have some decals and all the good stuff. And you can mess with the crater inside the blueprint to make it bigger, smaller, to fit your level or your design. But how to spawn it, and basically it's a pretty easy one. If we go to the blueprints, open the level blueprint, we have these nodes there. So basically those nodes are like this. If we drag this tank like that, put it there, so on every tick our level is checking if this tank is alive. If we drag the simple cube, and this is how crater positions. Okay, you can position it right just like you want it in your level. Create cube, and we have a crater spawn there. Of course, this is just a reference. You can hide this in the game. Actor hidden in the game. Collision. Oh, sorry. No collision. So yeah, this is how you set up the crater. Compile, and now if we launch our missile, the crater will be spawned there. And another cool thing about this button, I almost forget, if we click it again, you can add another silo. So you can have two silos launching two missiles, or 3 or 5 at different targets. So this one will launch there, and this one will launch there. And just to explain, there is another because the silo is blueprints, we have some options there. We can actually hide this construction around it like that. And maybe let's take this decal and maybe put it like that, and we have another version of the silo. Play countdown. Basically, when you open the silo, the countdown will start. If you don't want it, you don't need it, you can disable it. Play the stages, same thing. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4. You can disable it, and it's if you have multiple silos, it's well recommended to disable another one because the sounds will overlap. So yeah, let's see now if everything is set correctly. The crater will not be spawned there and only in there. And yeah, I did not ever record multiple explosion because I have a very old GPU and I think it will be crash. But let's see, and yeah, push the button.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Missile launch.
Missile liftoff.
Stage 1 completed.
So people, I really did not record two explosions at the same time.
Stage 2 completed.
So
Stage 3
if this
completed.
video cuts in the middle,
Stage 4
it's
completed.
because my PC crashed.
Re-entry in progress. Nuclear missile
Yeah,
detected.
we have two missiles, one there, one there. And yeah, we have two explosions. And just as expected, only one crater. So basically, if you don't need crater in your game, you spawn only the explosion, and that will play it just like this one, except without the crater. But if you do need multiple craters, of course you can go sequence, no, sequence, copy nodes, that, dummy tank, cube, and basically it's just copy of that node. So the game will check if this tank is alive. If not, it will be spawned the crater on that cube, and same there. Now, why I choose the the actor instead of the maybe impact point or something like that? Because if we go to our blueprints and drag out the warhead, this is a blueprints by itself, and you can call it in your level without the launch or without the missiles. This is so yeah, this is a missile. You can directly drag it. We have a homing actor, and basically that is the tank, and it's called homing actor because basically the missile will follow it. So yeah, let's take it like that and simulate the game. Maybe where is the warhead? I need a little more time to react. Maybe put it even higher. So you can see the missile will follow the actor, and this is the reason I choose the homing actor. Now let's take a closer look at the explosion and how I set up this explosion. So yeah, this is the largest particle effects that I made. Let's drag it, because even the explosion is in its self-separate blueprint, because there is some things here that you can mess with. But let's take a closer at this explosion. So yeah, I had an idea how to do a nuclear explosion. I wanted to do the mesh, like I will animate it in the 3D Max and the mesh will be rise, and that's kind of worked from one angle. Then I said, yeah, but it's not universal. It only looks like from this position. It does not look okay from this position, maybe from the top down or close up. So I go to the internet and I don't know, I watched like I don't know how many explosions in real life, and that translates poorly to the game for universal use. Maybe for cinematic, if you have a like cinematic, if you remember the Fallout intro and that huge explosion, that is the cinematic explosion. It only works from that angle, from that position. Then I went to internet and watched all the games with a nuclear explosion that I could remember. Call of Duty, Fallout, of course, even the Goat Simulator, Fallout 3. I don't know, every explosion in the game I could remember, and they all had different approaches. So yeah, I went with maybe go with with particle effects. So I started building these particle effects, and somewhere on the half of building these particle effects, and this is the largest particle effects I made, I remember that I saw somewhere this kind of explosion, but I could not remember where, and it just hit me. This similar particle effects are used in the game named Renegade X. It's a reimagining of the Renegade, and it's a multiplayer game that I have it installed on my drive, and I like to go to the game and play it from time to time because it has some very good maps and very nice atmosphere. Uh, Strangely, I do not play it online, only in the single player, because I like to explore those maps. They are really cool. So yeah, I went to the uh, to see how did they do it, and took some inspirations. And basically, there should be some rings. That those are like a shockwave of the atmosphere. I don't know, and I took directly inspiration from that mod game. Sorry. So yeah, go and see that game. It's free. You can find these similar particle effects in that game, and it's done in UA 3, and it looks awesome. So yeah, thanks to that game, I took some inspiration and translated to the UA 4 and 5, and it looks glorious from all the positions, from the top to the bottom. You can see it's a clear explosion. Now, why I choose nuclear explosion to be in Blueprint? Because where is it? No, I do not have it. Let's drag it to the map. Nuclear explosion right there. So this is a huge one. Basically, if we play the game, we have this post-process effect. So if you open the post-process effect, you can mess it in this blueprint if you don't like style of this one. So maybe you need a black and white one. You can do that pretty easily. Go to global saturation 1.1, maybe type it to 0, and now if we play the game, we have a black and white explosion, and it's just easier to mess it to use this kind of explosion in the blueprints and post-process effect, because it gets you a greater control what you want to achieve in your level. So this is the explosion. Now this is the crater. Like I said, it's a huge one. We have a mesh reference here, I think. Yeah. So basically this is the player model. This is the player model, and this is the crater. So it's a huge crater. But of course that will not matter, because when this nuke lands, everything is dead in huge ass radius. So yeah guys, that is the ICBM Nuke. Now of course you can find all the meshes in the folders, and you can use it. Now let's test it just one more time with did I set up with the two craters. I didn't test that either too. I really hope my PC
5,
will not
4,
crash.
3, 2, 1. Missile launch. Stage 1 completed. Stage 2 completed. Stage 3 completed. Stage 4 completed. Re-entry in progress. Nuclear missile detected.
Yeah, we have 2 missiles and hopefully 2 craters. But please do not crash. Yeah, we have 2 craters, 2 explosions, 2 everything. Wow, look at that. Very nice. So yeah, guys, this is the overview of the ICBM, and there is just one more thing that I like to say. Basically, 2 more things. Jump to the overview map. So we have this missile. This is the missile that is used to launch the warheads, and it's merged one. And we have these decals if you want to use it. And we have this missile, and basically those are the stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4 are the warheads, and you can use it to maybe create a cinematic or something like that, because this missile started life like that, only like that. I wanted only to create this and release it, no blueprints, no nothing, just the model. And of course, like everything that I do in this projects in Unreal, it started evolving. Well, I added warheads, I added nuclear uh, impact, particle effects, then I, well, kinda wanted to add a creator, I added creator, then I added everything else, and yeah, it took me very long time, around 35 days. From the first sketch of this RV shroud until release on the marketplace, 35 days, and I modeled this missile in a couple of days. So everything after that went to the creation of the blueprint, sound, particle effects, textures, testing, multiple testing. So yeah, if you need it, those are the stages. Uh, let's take the FOB map. And basically this is a cinematic. You can find it on my YouTube channel, but I included some changes in this one. And basically this is a cinematic, just basic map. If you hit C, you will start the cinematic action. And yeah, it will be played just like video sequences. But all of the assets are included in this project from the FOB map. Maybe you can find it useful in your games, because there are some cool meshes like Hesco bastions and those barbed fires and foliage. Yeah. So yeah, guys, I think I covered everything. If I missed something, I hope you will forgive me, and please send me email if you need any assistance. And basically, yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much, and bye.